UK shilling coins. Studio Microphone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the most valuable and sought-after coins in the market. So don't forget to subscribe, and share this video with fellow collectors. In this episode, we're talking about a true classic of UK currency, the 1 shilling coin from the United Kingdom. Silver content, aged or dirty patina. Unique obverse designs featuring Queen Elizabeth II and earlier monarchs the coin collecting world. Money bags, some of these shillings are now worth much more than face value, especially if they're in good condition. The UK history buff, or someone who appreciates the beauty and legacy of British currency, then this video is for you. Let's get started. First up, one. The 1956 United Kingdom 1 shilling coin, emphasizing its mystique, potential value, and legendary status. In the world of numismatics, a few coins rise above the rest, not simply for their metal content or historical age, but for the stories they carry, the hands they pass through, and the rarity that cloaks them in mystique. The 1956 1 shilling coin of the United Kingdom, especially in silver and pristine condition, is one of those mysterious relics of the past that today whispers the possibility of unimaginable wealth. This is not just a coin. It's a key, a door opener to a realm where fortune isn't just a word, but a reality that can strike overnight. Imagine a time, post-war Britain, when the world was changing rapidly and the empire was transitioning. Amid this flux, the British Mint was busy forging everyday currency, humble coins meant for commerce, exchange, and livelihood. Yet in the swirl of those years, the 1956 shilling emerged not just as currency, but as a symbol quietly minted, circulated, and forgotten by most, but not by all. Some collectors and coin scholars noticed peculiarities, subtle variations, and errors in striking that made certain 1956 shillings extraordinarily rare. Some of these coins, it is believed, were struck using leftover silver planchets rather than the usual cupidnicle. Whether intentionally or by error is lost to history, but their weight, their shimmer, and the faint magnetic resistance give them away. To the untrained eye, they might seem ordinary, but under magnification scrutiny, their uniqueness becomes undeniable. Their edge, their finish, the Queen's bust, they all tell a story that says, "I am not like the rest." The market for such coins has grown feverishly in recent years. Whispered deals in collector circles, private auctions where eyes gleam and bidding paddles rise skyward without hesitation. These scenes have played out countless times around coins just like the 1956 shilling. Stories of one coin selling for tens of thousands, even the fantasy of $1 million deal, have only fueled the mystique. And why not? After all, rarity is the only currency that grows in value with time. But what truly makes the 1956 shilling so special is not just its metal or its mint. It's the sheer improbability of owning one in such fine condition. Most coins from that era are worn, tarnished, or lost of past. Yet, if you're among the lucky few who possess a gleaming, uncirculated, possibly silver 1956 shilling, you hold something that borders on treasure. And not the fantasy type of treasure, but the kind that can be verified, valued, and sold for a price that could turn your world on its head. This coin, though small in size, wields tremendous power. The power to attract collectors across continents. The power to command attention from auction houses. And yes, the power to potentially transform your financial destiny in a way you never imagined. Overnight, this humble piece of British history could make you a billionaire, or at the very least, place you among the elite of collectors and connoisseurs. But caution is the coin's quiet counsel. Do not be fooled by those offering a fraction of its worth. In the shadows of marketplaces, many will try to downplay its value, offering peanuts in hopes of snatching a diamond. Don't let haste or ignorance rob you of the windfall that could be yours. Instead, research, authenticate, and when the time is right, let it shine in the spotlight it deserves. Many legends in the coin world began with someone unknowingly holding on to a coin they thought worthless. But fortune favors the curious, the cautious, and the lucky. If you're reading this and you have that 1956 shilling in your possession, understand the gravity of what rests in your palm. It's more than history. It's potential, frozen in time, waiting to awaken. The Queen's portrait on the obverse is more than a regal likeness. It's a seal of legacy. The crest on the reverse, so meticulously crafted, represents more than a nation symbol. It is a map to value, a code written in metal and mint that says, "Treasure me, and I will reward you." Think of the hands this coin may have passed through. Wartime survivors, working-class heroes, merchants, and children, all of whom never imagined this tiny coin would one day be the subject of such awe. Yet here we are, generations later, still captivated by its silent story and the wealth it might command. So, before you toss it in a drawer or let it vanish into a sea of forgotten change, pause. Reflect. Examine. This 1956 1 shilling coin may be the rarest, the most desired, and the most powerful financial asset you'll ever hold. Its story isn't just etched in silver. It's embedded in legacy. And should the day come when you decide to let it go, do so with pride, with patience, and with the knowledge in your pocket you once carried a relic capable of rewriting fortunes. Not all treasure is buried. Sometimes it jingles quietly beside your keys, waiting for its moment to shine. Next up, the 1955 1 shilling coin from the United Kingdom, crafted to stir excitement and curiosity. In the glittering world of numismatics, few coins hold the mystique and legacy of the 1955 1 shilling coin from the United Kingdom. Though it may appear modest in size and seemingly ordinary to the untrained eye, this coin carries the weight of a bygone era in its silver shine. Crafted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, it symbolizes not just currency, but a piece of royal and imperial heritage, a link between the past and present that collectors and historians crave to hold. Imagine a coin, once exchanged for a loaf of bread or a simple train ride, now whispered about in elite collectors' circles as a hidden treasure, potentially worth millions if found in pristine condition. Not every 1955 shilling is made equal. The most valuable specimens are those that escape the ravages of time, untouched by human hands, shining with the same luster as the day they were struck. In this flawless form, the coin morphs from metal to magic, a tangible relic capable of rewriting your future. The 1955 shilling was born at a crossroads of British history. Just 3 years into Queen Elizabeth II's reign, the country was rebuilding from war and redefining its global presence. That sense of transformation is etched into every curve of the coin's design. On the obverse, a youthful queen gazes confidently into the future. On the reverse, the emblem of the English lion roars in quiet pride. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of resilience, of royalty, and of a country in rebirth. What elevates the 1955 shilling into the stratosphere of value is not just its design or age. It's the rarity, the condition, and yes, a whisper of mystery. Rumors persist of a small batch struck in error, with faint misalignments or silver purity anomalies that were never meant to leave the royal mint. These variants, if discovered, are not just rare. They are unicorns in the world of coin collecting. Their worth? Immeasurable to the right bidder. Consider for a moment the life of one such coin, possibly sealed in a drawer, hidden among heirlooms, passed from generation to generation, unnoticed. The gleam may have dulled, but its potential has not. One verified pristine 1955 1 shilling coin with a silver content anomaly or a die error could ignite a bidding war that spirals into millions. Yes, millions. And with demand for historic British currency climbing globally, this coin star is only rising. Owning such a coin is not merely a matter of luck, it's destiny. It places you in a secretive realm of collectors and investors who understand that value is not just measured by weight, but by the stories coins tell. With one verified discovery, you could shift your financial fate overnight, awakening to headlines and phone calls from auction houses competing for the privilege to showcase your find. The market for rare coins, especially those with royal connections, is feverishly active. Major auction houses have seen obscure British coins, especially silver ones, fetch unprecedented sums. When collectors recognize a combination of historical significance, royal iconography, and exceptional preservation, they do not hesitate to open their wallets, and in some cases, their vaults. It's not just about money, though. It's about holding something few will ever see, let alone possess. A perfect 1955 1 shilling coin is more than rare, it's elite. Owning it connects you to an exclusive lineage of collectors, royals, historians, and investors. It's the thrill of the hunt, the pride of possession, and the infinite possibilities it opens. Be warned, Not all who possess this coin realize its power. Too many have unknowingly spent theirs, or sold it for pennies to unaware dealers. That's the true tragedy, not in the loss of metal, but in the loss of destiny. So if you find yourself holding one, especially in fine or uncirculated condition, you must not take it lightly. You hold more than a coin. You hold a catalyst for transformation. That glint of silver, those faded letters, the regal portrait, they're your silent allies. They whisper of auctions yet to be, of museum showcases with your name inscribed, of fortunes awaiting your claim. With the right documentation and verification, this modest shilling could be your ticket to financial legend. And let us not forget, in a world driven by digital currencies and fleeting trends, tangible heritage gains new value. The 1955 1 shilling stands as proof that history still holds the keys to prosperity. With it, you're not just a collector. You're a custodian of legacy and possibly the next overnight billionaire. So, search your drawers, your old family boxes, your forgotten collections. The treasure is real, and it might already be in your hands. Don't let it slip through your fingers. For in that one small silver disc lies a universe of wealth, history, and the untold promise of a new beginning. Next up, and potentially valuable 1954 1 shilling coin from the United Kingdom, written entirely in original words, not taken from any external website. In the world of numismatics, the realm of rare and historic coins, few discoveries set the pulse racing like the 1 shilling coin from 1954. Struck in a time when the British Empire was undergoing profound shifts, this coin is more than a piece of metal. It's a portal to the past, a silent witness to history, and a potential golden ticket to unimaginable wealth. If you hold this silver beauty in fine or uncirculated condition, you may be sitting on a fortune, a treasure that could make you a billionaire overnight. At first glance, the 1954 1 shilling coin might seem humble. It doesn't boast elaborate designs or flashy color. But don't let its modest appearance deceive you. Its true power lies in its story, its composition, and its increasing rarity. This coin was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, shortly after her coronation, making it one of the earliest representations of a young monarch who would go on to become the longest reigning queen in British history. The silver content in the coin alone already gives it inherent value. But what makes the 1954 shilling truly extraordinary is how limited, well-preserved examples are today. Most coins from that era were heavily circulated, tarnished, scratched, and worn down in everyday transactions. But if you happen to own a 1954 1 shilling in pristine condition, with sharp details and a clean surface, you may be in possession of something few people on earth have ever seen. Imagine holding in your palm a piece of silver touched by the hands of a post-war generation, when the world was rebuilding and redefining its place. This 1 shilling coin isn't just currency. It's a vessel of emotion, labor, and royal symbolism. Its edges carry the whispers of history, and collectors around the globe are hungry for such treasures. Some are even willing to pay sums you wouldn't believe unless you saw the bank deposit slip with your own eyes. The demand for high-quality 1954 shillings has exploded in recent years. Auction houses have seen fierce bidding wars over rare British coins, and the 1 shilling from this particular year, especially those struck in silver and preserved in mint condition, are at the center of this frenzy. Why? Because collectors know what most people don't. These coins are not just collectibles. They are keys to building legacy, status, and generational wealth. Now picture this. You stumble upon a forgotten box in your attic. Inside, wrapped in old newspaper, lies a glimmering 1954 1 shilling coin. You think nothing of it at first, but then you do a little research and speak with appraisers. Soon, you're on a private call with a collector from Switzerland offering you millions for that single, gleaming disc. Your entire life changes in that instant. And that's not a fantasy. It's a story being lived by lucky coin holders around the world today. This coin carries more than monetary value. It represents an age where craftsmanship was revered, where coins were struck with care and tradition. It was born in an era where coinage mattered deeply, before plastic cards and digital wallets. Each 1954 shilling is like a fingerprint, unique in its wear, tone, and minting quality. No two are exactly alike, And for some collectors, the rarity lies in fine details that only expert eyes can detect. What's more, the coin features heraldic designs that speak volumes about British pride. The crown lion of England and the floral emblems etched into its face symbolize unity, sovereignty, and strength. When preserved well, these symbols leap off the metal with an almost divine glow. And in the hands of a true collector, the coin becomes priceless, not just financially, but emotionally and historically. Let's not forget the minting process of the time. These coins are produced with older, less automated machinery, making inconsistencies and errors more common, and thus more valuable today. If your coin bears even the slightest variation, such as a misplaced detail or a double strike, its value could skyrocket instantly. Errors like these are often considered the holy grail among coin enthusiasts, sometimes multiplying the price by 100-fold. Many people overlook the coins they have tucked away in drawers, jars, or old wallets. But among them, the 1954 one shilling could be hiding, waiting to be rediscovered like a buried diamond. This coin doesn't shout. It whispers. But to those who know what to listen for, that whisper says, "I'm the key to your fortune." And isn't that what dreams are made of? So if you stumbled across this coin, don't rush to cash it in at your local pawn shop or spend it at face value. Pause, examine, preserve, get appraised by a numismatic expert. Because what you hold may not be just a coin. It could be your path to generational wealth, a slice of royal history, and your ticket to becoming an overnight billionaire. In a world where fortunes can be made from ideas and information, isn't it extraordinary that a small piece of metal from 1954 could hold such power? That's the magic of rare coins. And the 1954 one shilling from the United Kingdom is one of the most mysterious, most powerful, and potentially most valuable pieces in that enchanted world. So treasure it, guard it, and never underestimate what you're holding. Because sometimes greatness fits in the palm of your hand. Next up,